Knights. I just wanted to let all of you know about a project I will be working on for this channel from here on out. It is, as you've probably already guessed, called Uncle Poseidon's Old Timey Game Reviews. This is where I'll be reviewing older games, anything from the N64, the original PlayStation, and so on, all the way down to Atari, ColecoVision, and other really old games if I can get my hands on them. I might even do some old PC games as long as they were made before or during the PS1 and N64 eras. I know that doing up to the PS1 era might be pushing it a little bit with the whole old-timey theme, but I think it should work out. Originally I thought about doing PS2 and Xbox games in here as well, but a lot of them just look too good to fit the theme of the show. I'll save those reviews for another show, however. I've decided to review the games based on 5 criteria. Each of the 5 sections will be given one of 3 ratings, either a full star if they exceed the criteria, a half star if they hold their own, so to speak, against the criteria, or no star if they fail to meet the criteria. These stars will be added up at the end of the video, and the game will be given a rating out of 5 stars. The criteria are entertainment value. This is very important to me as a gamer, since if you're not being entertained, why the hell are you even still playing the game? I was just going to call it fun, but then I realized that a lot of games that I enjoy aren't necessarily fun, but they keep me highly entertained, which is why I keep coming back to them. Replayability. This is hugely important for any game, and only grows as you get into older and older games, since they tend to be much shorter. This can get a full star for a number of reasons: challenge, fun, addictiveness, etc. Anything like that, anything that brings you back to the game. Atmosphere. This is the general feel of the game. How do the graphics and sound fit with the game you're playing? Is it a soothing game with soft colors and light sound effects? Or is it a rail shooter with those same effects? One works, one does not. Gameplay. This criteria is basically the mechanics of the game. Are the controls good enough for the game? If it's a racing game, how does the vehicle react? A shooter, then how's the aim? Are the default controls good enough to make the gamer not have to constantly look them up just to remember what does what? All of these things can take away from the experience as a whole. Stackability. What? Who wrote this crap? Yes, you can probably stack up all games somehow. But that's not what I mean. For this criteria, it's how well the game stacks up against its competition. Does the game look as good as the others from its time? Is it close? Does it look like garbage compared to the other games on the same machine from the same year? Things like that. Rarely I might, if one criteria outshines the other by miles, allow that criteria up to a 2-star rating. An example might be, if a game is incredibly fun, despite the atmosphere being poor and having no stackability, it might get 2 stars for entertainment value. If a game has extreme replayability, say it has a ton of possible endings, but the graphics are poor, it still might get an extra star or half star for replayability. So there it is. There isn't much more to say about it except for look for the first review soon. Oh, and of course, keep your shields up, Knights.